Strap in. This will be a good one. 2-1 loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down, here's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a third down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tyrone Crawford with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Go, get out there, get out there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
second down. Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Keep it. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. A first down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. The give is to Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott now on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Miller, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. They'll run with Foreman, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Watson now going to run the option right. He pitches it, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Watson off play action. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Prescott finding some room at midfield. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Carlos Watkins, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go, get out there, get out there. 26.
Now Prescott. Oh, stays up. Able to power through. And now he'll tuck it and run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Hey, 47. Good. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, it's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. They'll run. It's Miller. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. A give to Elliott. And an alley to run. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got it to Hurns. There goes Allen Hurns. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to put their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Miller. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll run with Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing, Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come back.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. A deep ball for Ellington. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Here's Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you? You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The Texans trying for 2. Last season, they were just 2 of 5 on 2-point attempts. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Elliott. And he's got some space here. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 53 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the red zone now, Watson being chased out left. And a late score here in this one. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Come back, come back! Richmond! Tiger!
Out of the gun, Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
This is Elliott. Room here to run. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Now Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Houston, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.